Welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you exactly how my client Manny scaled from $5,000 a month to over $135,000 a month in just 5 months working directly with me. And I'm going to show you exactly his background, all his challenges, the problems that he faced, and how we were able to fix all those problems that allowed him to scale to over 135,000 in just 5 months of working directly with me. So first of all, thank you for showing interest in learning the next steps. If you have a high-ticket dropshipping store, this will apply tremendously. This has a ton of value for you if you have a store that's struggling to make sales. So if you don't have a high-ticket dropshipping store, I recommend you check out some of the free training that I have linked in the description below and get started with building your own high-ticket e-commerce business. Check out some of the other YouTube videos that goes over more about how this business model works. But in a nutshell, my name is Trevor Zheng. I'm a seven-figure high-tech e-commerce entrepreneur, and I'm from Michigan, and I help people scale and build profitable high-tech e-commerce businesses, mainly focused at 0 to 10K a month profit within 6 months. So with that being said, let's get right into this. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how my client Manny turned 10K to over, 5 to 10K to 130K in just 5 months. So a little bit about Manny. So he was struggling and losing money within his business. His max was 5 to 10K a month max with his business, and he was doing that for about 3 to 4 months, and he was unprofitable with the ads. He was spending thousands a month, and he was not even making any profits back, but he was even losing money. And his philosophy that we later will go into that helped change his store around is that his philosophy was the biggest brands in the industry must be the best sellers because they're biggest, right? Well, that's incorrect, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And he kept dumping ad spend into one brand. He's trying to get that top brand in the industry to sell, which it was not selling at all. And he thought, like, there's no need for more suppliers. Once you close the best and biggest supplier in the industry, you're set. This can be partially true, but in this case, it was not true for him because the brand was not really selling that well for him. And I don't think it was even selling that well to this date, even after all these optimizations and changes. So let's talk about now the problem that he essentially faced with this business that he had. So the problem that he had that I immediately noticed was that he had no proven way, or he had no proven Google Ads strategy. He had 3 shopping campaigns. So if you don't know how Google Ads works for high ticket, recommend you check out some other videos that show you exactly how. But he was doing 3 shopping campaigns for all of his brands and brands as ad groups. Now I used to do this strategy, but it doesn't give you as much control as having 3 campaigns per brand. You basically cannot control bidding strategies, keywords, budget per brand, comparing it to like 3 campaigns per brand. Because if all your brands in your ad account is in 3 campaigns and you have a budget, then you can't spend more on one brand versus the other. You can technically with bids, but the budget is still capped. So by having 3 brands or 3 campaigns per brand, then you can actually control the budget per brand. So part of the problem was that his spend was going to 2 out of 5 brands. He had 5 brands at the time, and all the spend was just going to the 2 brands. Basically, the spend wasn't profitable because, one, he had tons of competitors in the industry, the same offer as everyone else's, the same website as everyone else's. His website, offer, business just blended in with everyone else's, and he had no unique selling point, which stands for USP. So why was there even a reason for someone to choose Manny's store? Like, we'll talk about this very shortly, which is why should someone buy from you? Over time, we want to be building out these moats and systems of our business, which is our customer services slash sales that we absolutely is probably going to be the most pinnacle in terms of 80-20 of our business. Better displacement of information in terms of like how the information of, for example, if you're selling a table and there's commonly asked questions, how is that displayed on your website so that the customers can find what they're looking for? Generally, you want customers to call you, but you want to answer the questions before, ideally, they call. So that way, when they call, they have less questions and you can spend more time on actually getting them to convert into a customer. Better slash different offer. So sometimes if everyone else is offering 5% and you don't want to offer 5%, maybe you want to do free white glove delivery instead of offering 5% like everyone else's. The offer does not necessarily have to be better on paper, meaning like you don't need to necessarily have a 7% discount. You never really want undercut. What we want to do is just have a different angle to your offer. So with that being said, he also had a more or we built a more targeted ads slash remarketing campaigns to capitalize on the people that are going on the website, but they're not going to buy off first visit. That's why we need to remarket and bring them back to the website. Next is going to be negative keywords. The problem I saw with his negative keywords was he was using broad match instead of phrase match for his negative keywords. Now this can work most of the time, but we want to be a little bit more specific with our negative keywords. We most of the time use phrase match and exact match when we're talking about negative keywords that we do not want search terms to show up for. And part of the problem was that he was just overspending. Like it was overspending, he was not getting sales, and it was not even profitable to begin with. So how we're gonna break down. So this goes from April, but we worked way until like August, September, and even like into October. So these are just some of the notes that I was able to take away. I had to transcribe a lot of this information over so that way I don't leak his store information. So first of all, April 2024, that's when we first started working together. We decreased the bids in the low funnel campaigns for brands that are unprofitable. We increased the bids in the item that's sold, and we decreased the bids again on overspending areas. So other things that we implemented was we implemented cloud search for improved search functionality. We enhanced the images for our best-selling products and our top brands, and also we did that for low CTR brands. So in terms of enhancing images, what you can do is just change the images around. You can do AI images to help make your listing stand out from the rest of the competitors. Also, you can use phrase match to remove brand terms from negative keywords. And he also had his biggest, I think, like 5K day. So immediately after making some of these changes, he already saw some early success, and basically one of his action tasks was to share that success inside the Discord. And he also the goal was to add 2 new brands before the next call. So the next call, which was a week later, we did bulk edit URLs. I think this was SEO related. We unpaused ads when doing bulk editing URLs. We optimized the low funnel keywords, and we also generated AI images for our brand so we can help increase our CTR. And these are some of the main takeaways. These are not exactly from the notes that we have with Manny, but this was my takeaways and his takeaways from essentially what we did. So we launched search text for the best sellers. We continued to close suppliers. We optimized the ads weekly, and we also did keyword sculpting every single day. So optimizing the ads weekly, we decreased the bids in the low performers / unprofitable brands, and then we increased the bids in the top performers, which is essentially how you scale. Tons of back end work. So we set up a Slack, we did all the automations, we connected Zapier, we onboarded any team members, we did abandoned checkout, we did new leads automation, we did Klaviyo, where we started the email pop-up, we started A/B testing emails, we did email flows, and basically we didn't even, at this point in April, I actually didn't realize that he didn't have any Klaviyo set up, so we had to set up Klaviyo. We did the email pop-up, started A/B testing emails, and injected the email flows, and then Klaviyo / email marketing started generating 20-30% of his revenue, which is exactly what we want to aim for, with at least 30% or more. And then sales is going to be the backbone of your business. So what we started and we actually implemented is just going to be like systemizing the follow-ups. Because before he was just calling the leads that just came in or the abandoned checkouts, and the follow-ups were just infrequent. There's no system to it. So what we did is when the lead comes in, we call them immediately, we follow up in the day, we follow up in 2 days, we follow up in 3 days, and every 7 days after that. That's like the general framework they want to follow. Now you can be a little bit more aggressive, tweak this however you want, but that's generally like the follow-up sequence I follow. And you just got better at closing sales. Like honestly, once you're talking to customers, you can try new things on the call. Like instead of when talking to them, like they're ready to buy, but like there's something stopping them. You want to ask them like, what's stopping you from buying today? And like they're gonna say, oh, it's the money. Oh, I'm not ready yet. And then you can come up with some solution to that, which is like, hey, I know you're not ready for this, but the current discount is expiring in 24 hours or end of this week, and if you want to lock in that discount, I can get your order in now, and then we can schedule that delivery date at a later date. How's that sound? And most of the time, that's a really good pitch to get the order in, because a lot of times when they're not yeah, when they're more excited or when they're talking to someone and you're painting the picture of them receiving the item in their home or whatever they're using the item for, they're excited, they want the item, but there's something logistically that's stopping them, and you want to use that hype to and leverage that into getting them to buy immediately. So other things that we did besides the sales process is going to be injecting cloud search and filter, because it's a much better search app. We upgraded homepage navigation for the brand slash products, and we use filters slash tags for customers to help them find what they're looking for. This is a huge thing. Like a lot of times, for example, I see bathroom vanity stores, and bathroom vanities is like a very popular high ticket product, but there is stores that are crushing it and stores that are absolutely doing no revenue. And the stores that are crushing it, they bathroom vanities, there's thousands and thousands of SKUs, but the stores that are doing really well with it, they have filters slash tags, meaning, for example, if someone's looking for a bathroom vanity and they type it into your store, how are they going to find the specific one that they want? Well, tags come into play. They want a 72-inch, they want a blue one, they want one with sinks, they want a double vanity. How do you, as the store owner, help the customer find what they're looking for? They could type into the search bar, but I guarantee you it's not really going to give you that great of results. So that's why you need tags to help customers find what they're looking for. You need a tag or a slash filter to filter down the specific size of vanity, the specific color, specific color, and you need to filter down the specific like type, double vanity, single vanity, triple vanity, with sink, no sink, countertop, all those variants. So that way you can help the customer narrow down from your thousands and thousands of products in your catalog to find the exact one that they're looking for. The better you can do that, the better store that does and implement that, the more sales that store is going to make. So essentially what we learned is in competitive niches, which was one that Manny was in, you want to close as many suppliers as possible. You want to give each brand enough budget to spend. And with that being said, with a small budget, meaning if you're only spending $30 a day, you can realistically only test 3 brands at a time. Here's the reason why. If you have $30 a day and you're testing 10 brands at a time, it's going to take forever to actually test each brand and give it significant data to see which one works and which one doesn't. So I would rather, if you have a lower budget, $30 a day, just test 3 brands at a time. And then what you should always be doing is just be comparing your offer, your landing page, and your ad to your competitors and see, are theirs better or equal to yours? And if theirs is better, how can you make it as good as theirs, if not better? And you always want to be constantly asking yourself that question, like, how can you make your whole business better than someone else's business in one or more of these components? Your offer, your landing page, your ad, your sales process, your back end. There's more than just those 3. And then you want to just be doubling down on your winning brands. Brands that sell well, you want to get as much revenue from them as possible. Max out the medium/low campaign until you reach a point where it does not make sense to raise the bids further. That's called the logical position. And in terms of like bid versus cost per conversion, for example, if you're selling a product that has $1,000 margin and it's costing you $500 to make a sale, while you're netting $500 on each sale, and let's say you're making 3 sales on average per week. Now, if you increase your bids, it might cost you $650 per sale, meaning you're only netting $350 per sale. But if you make 2 more sales, if you run the numbers, which one nets you more profit at the end of the day? You have to do those calculations and find that logical position in your ads. And that logical position can increase over time as you get more traffic and as you increase your profitability with your business. So max out your medium-low campaign, take profits, and you want to invest it in the high campaign. This is how you are able to scale and build a real brand long-term, is you want to take profits, reinvest in the high campaign, use those generic keywords so you can begin testing and finding what generic keywords that convert. And then you want to reinvest back in the business with ads, hiring, building a better website, making a better email marketing, making your product pages/offers better. So I know that was a lot of information, and this is exactly why I help you implement inside of your business if you're struggling with a high ticket dropshipping store. So if you want to work directly with myself and my team to help you scale your business, or if you don't even have a business yet, I can help you go from 0 to 10K a month profit in just 6 months. Then there's a link down below to apply for coaching. If you need any questions, drop in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer each and every single question. As always, I hope you guys took away value from this video, and until next time.